Gang shit. They back in the city, got game in the city. I don't think you niggas really hear me. Got a fly ass nigga dance with me. None of you hoes ain't really fucking with me. Some other niggas in the city real gritty. I'm stuck in my paper and minding my business. But I stand on that real shit. I make a bitch bust a full clip. Pull up on me, you might get shot. I'll be the one saying fuck the cops. Bitch, do I look like an ox? So I'm checking your spot just like the cops. I heard you was fucking with the ops. Played on my top, you might be shot. Told y'all niggas that I run the stop, but you run your mouth just like a clock. Bitch, who you talking to? I'll beat your ass like your mama do. I roll up in your spot, what you wanna do? Lightning bolt, who's loving you? I got so much shit that I wanna do. But when it's my time, no one coming through. And I'ma get mine and then I'm through. I'm busting at everything coming through. I get off my shot, I didn't hit the block. I'm looking for ops, I'm chasing their Glock. Yo, when it's gon' stop? I'm always on top, ain't never gon' stop. Yo, I can't be stopped. I'm riding this beat, I put him to sleep. Yo, this shit get deep. Yo, I never sleep. You won't get no peace. Fucking with me, and I play this beat. Yeah, gang shit. Let it ride, let it ride, let it ride. Let it ride. Yeah. Gang shit.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Check this out. This Valentine's Day, right? Hope everybody had that fun time with their boo thing and everything. But I had every right to go back at these people. But for what? They beneath me. So I won't be attacking anybody. I'm just gonna put the truth out there and leave it where it may. Okay. Remember, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't around you for your best interest. Let's ride.
dream is purge. If you get caught outside, then you gon' get purged. Niggas say the word and we gon' purge. We gon' purge. We gon' purge. Bloody nightmares, all I dream is purge. If you get caught outside, then you gon' get purged. Niggas say the word and we gon' purge. We gon' purge. We gon' purge.
Fuck as you on. Fuck as you niggas is on. We kicking the door, we busting the floor, we getting your family gone. Blood in the air, I'm smelling it down. Don't stop in the bully, I'm gunning you down. You niggas is kings.
But I know that there's more. More for you, more for us.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
DJ discretion.
Flow still sick, I ain't talking the pandemic.
Say you love it, what you gon' do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass down, gotta make it last now. Start off so, then I'ma beat it up.
Against me shall prosper.
So as I do surgery on this, I'm not gonna show it. But I want you to put your listening ears on, because the play was told when it was supposed to be sold 2 years ago. What do you mean, Dana? Here we go.
But wait. But if you would leave it up to him, he's doing the R. Kelly Defense Fund. Should he have the defense? What we got to raise money for?
Hey, listen, he got it, but Rob ain't got it. And I see that nigga buying new cars and moving in houses and all that shit and get better backdrops, and they got a whole bunch of TV show now, whatever you call it. But they got me everybody else that's getting modest income ain't blowing like he is with their shit. Anybody paying that motherfucker that he got about 3,000 followers. How did he go from doing shit on his cell phone to having a whole podcast set up?
Right.
How did he do that?
Right. And then he go say everything he got it from the firm. Boy, the firm wasn't even out long enough, nigga. You been scamming since last year. The fuck you talking?
Exactly. Nigga been scamming motherfuckers since the beginning. That's how he got them girls out of their money that he brought down at the meat rob. He was bringing people in the meat rob and charging them with $700 from a pop. He would get you a photo rob. He been using robbery fucking longer. All this shit about somebody. I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit.
Even out long enough, nigga. You been scamming since last year. The fuck you
$100 from a pop. He would get you a photo rob. He been using robbery fucking longer. All this shit about somebody. I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. Somebody, I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. Fucking longer. All this shit about somebody. I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. All this shit about somebody. I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. We need money for them to go towards the real system. We have. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. We need money for them to go towards the. All this shit about somebody. I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. We need money for them to go towards the real system. We have three different high and powerful law firms that are ready to take Rob's case. We know what they're going to cost, and we have to raise money for all this shit about somebody. I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. We need money for them to go towards the real system. We have three different high and powerful law firms that are ready to take Rob's case. We know what they're going to cost. All this shit about somebody. I'm proud of his music. I am making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos for paying. People, we need more. We need for profit. We need money for them to go towards the real system. We have.
So, with that going on, I'm gonna ask you a question. Who have the Sony portal? Who have the signatures? Who have the banking information? Who got the passports? The only way you can put something out on iTunes and Spotify, you have to show that you are power of attorney over that entity if that person is incarcerated. I'm going to ask you again. Who got the Sony portal? Who got the passport? Who got the ID? Who got the signatures? Who got what it take the free rob of the situation? But don't know who to give it to. I went live just to calm down all the lies and bullshit. So before you jump out there, make sure the big dog ain't lurking. Because all y'all truths is here in my bag of tricks. At the end of the day, I enlighten the dream team. I share with the dream team. Other people come and watch. But I heard through the grapevine that none of you like me. But all of you watch me. And I'm thankful for your view. I am from the bottom of my heart. But what I'm not thankful about is how you support people that don't support the man that we all are here for. Come on. You don't got to like me to understand why Don Russell needed to put that out. And if you don't understand, I urge you to go back where it first started. The Hollywood Next first video. Then the second Blockbender video. Then the multiple TBD videos. Then the multiple Phases videos. And then come to my channel and watch the multiple videos I did against all of them. But before I let you go, there's something that I want y'all to hear in contrast of me going backwards with this. What I just said was everything I played was before this one.
Live on Blockbender TV.
Hold on. This the one? Nope. This the one.
Motherfuckers who are trying to touch, do books, stay in front of a fucking camera or microphone at his expense. He wouldn't have that shit if he was out. And you know, damn well if Rob was on the streets, he would not have your ass speaking his honor or raising money in his honor. That's bullshit. So cut it out.
So it sounds like, I mean, I hear the passion in your voice, and it obviously is weighing heavy on your heart. And I'm glad.
Brought him here twice, met him here, never said anything about the shit because Rob needs that level of attorney to put a blanket on this shit. He needs and a whole bunch of other names that don't nobody know exist in his life, and Barry Hankerson and goddamn Linda and goddamn Joan and Diane. I know who handles Rob's business. Matter of fact, it was me that was handling a majority of Rob's business at the time. Because Rob's business had intertwined into my business. So, you know, but fast forwarding to answer the question, listen, there's a lot of folks in Rob's camp that has snaked him over down to something he would never believe. And unraveling the truths and asking Rob questions about people who stole from him and things of that nature and crew members that stole, nobody's even looking at. I mean, you know, these girls are all smoke and mirrors. The Honda Pages, the Stockton McGee, the Phase Rod, they're smoke and mirrors. That's what they want us focused on. The real intruders, the people who really did wrong by this man in his own camp. Because even with all of them coming forth in accusations, everything that they're charging him for now is not based on him having sex with any of these girls. It's racketeering, it's trafficking, it's things that they're bending law to fit to have so when he does have his day in court, nobody's prepared for that. And the only way they arrived at that conclusion is because of the people that's right around Rob, the managers that were stealing, the accountants that were stealing.
How did you know what Rob was going to be facing and dealing with unless you was already there supplying the federal government with things to keep Rob locked up? I kept saying it, but let's listen.
Lawyers that were stealing, the ecosystem that they designed to steal all this money from him, and the moment he started investigating they stealing, they planted landmines. So when he step out, boom, they go off into space. And that's not just talking about 5 or 6 people. I'm talking about every goddamn body. He was $900 million in the hole that should have been in his pocket where everybody stole from him. They gave him a weekly allowance, and that's what I investigated. So of course I'm gonna have enemies because these motherfuckers know I know shit about their dirt, and we're preparing for that when we get to court. Everybody's thinking we should be prepared for your Honda face. Fuck Honda. She done done so much dirt in her years. Listen, I can oppose her in 10 seconds, and this shit will be over with. There's some motherfuckers like Cheryl Mack and a whole bunch of other names that don't nobody know exist in his life, and Barry Hankerson and goddamn Joan and Diane and Cash. Don't know anybody looking at those folks. Those are the ones that need to be under scrutiny and investigation right now. Fucking DanaJay, fucking trying to pay. They ain't done nothing. We can get them out the way real easy. What about the ones who stole? Man, it seemed as if he was doing all this crooked shit and just to get out of, just to throw him under the bus so he couldn't come after them. That's what's going. That's what we're dealing with right now. So Dana don't know shit about none of that shit. So he needs to stop. He can tell us about these hoes all day long. All he's doing is distracting people from the real folks that have wronged this man and put him in that situation. And I wasn't one of them. I just came around the man a year and a half ago. The dirt had been done already. I mean, stop with that shit.
Well, you was found guilty and you pleaded guilty. So therefore, that was determined to be a lie.
Like, I came to help this guy. I've known him since our childhood years. Get off this man today. I spent over $100 grand that I definitely can show. And if you Google my ass, you can see that I've got a background where it's possible. I've done good things in Hollywood. My family owns a chain of restaurants. I own a tech company, president and CEO. We fixed $3 million a couple of years ago for that tech company. So what am I doing but bringing my resources to the table to help this man? And people like Dana that's throwing shade on that, they're not helping him. They're not helping that man by doing that shit. What I told Greg, I'm going to twist to Greenberg real quick. What I told Greenberg, and I'll say this to him if he was after his fucking phone, and it's funny, he after his phone for Dana, but not me. He took us in his
jealousy. He would answer his phone for Dana, but not me.
In the back phone, me and you, Greenberg, and said, Greenberg, work with Don. He's got the shit that you need to free me in this case. My mother did that shit. We eliminated those tax problems from him. He's not going to have no issue with the IRS now. Can't nobody else come up and tell you the process that we took him to eliminate them fucking problems. I guarantee you they can't. They can't show you the signature, the passports, the driver's license, all that shit that I have in my possession. It's phony portal. It's phony contract. Use it to defend this man. And if he decides there's no motherfucker who are trying to touch, do books, stay in front of a fucking camera or microphone, not gonna have no issue with the IRS now. Can't nobody else come up and tell you the process that we took him to eliminate some fucking problems. I guarantee you they can't. They can't show you the signature, the passports, the driver's license, all that shit that I have in my possession. Rob taxed that motherfucker to do that shit. And he still to this day will not fucking come out there and throw shots in the dark and shit that we did. If you want to know who ended Rob's motherfucking tax problem, my mother did that shit. We eliminated those tax problems from him. He's not going to have no issue with the IRS now. Can't nobody else come up and tell you the process that we took him to eliminate them fucking problems. I guarantee you they can't. They can't show you the signature, the passports, the driver's license, all that shit that I have my tell you the process that we took him to eliminate them fucking problems. I guarantee you they can't. They can't show you the signature, the passports, the driver's license, all that shit that I have in my possession. It's Tony portal. It's Tony contract. I have all of that shit. Tell you the process that we took him to eliminate them fucking problems. I guarantee you they can't. They can't show you the signature, the passports, the driver's license, all that shit that I have in my possession. It's Tony portal. It's Tony contract. I have all of that shit. And I'm not leaked any of it because you know what? I want it to go into the hands of the right person. Not these low-life motherfuckers who are trying to touch, do books.
And with the signature, the Sony portal, the passport, and all of that, that's all you need to send to Sony so that way you can do this.
He been scamming motherfuckers since the beginning. That's how he got them girls out of their money that he brought down to the meat rob. He was bringing people in the meat rob and charging them with $700 from a pop. He would get you up on a rob. He been using Rob for fucking longer. All this shit about somebody. I'm putting Rob's music out. I'm making that public. I'm telling you this right now. I'm putting his music, his videos, for paying. People, we need for profit. We need money for them to go towards the real defense. We have
So if you got the Sony portal and the signatures and the passport and the contracts, you can go to iTunes, say, look, I'm doing this on behalf of Robert Sylvester Kelly, R. Kelly. And iTunes will put it up there. And that's where it comes into play. That's where you had the album come out that wasn't released or should I say it wasn't approved by Robert for it to be released. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. We about to get into it. Today is Happy Valentine's Day St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Dana J edition, the Defense Fund versus the $1 million initiative, Dana versus Don and Trent and others. I'm telling you what it is. I've been telling y'all for the longest what's been going on. I've been telling y'all for the longest how it's been going down. I've been supplying information, and I told y'all from the beginning, way before anybody else came out, that Don was totally stealing the masters. It quieted down when I first came out and I started talking about the 500 songs that's been stolen. Nobody wanted to talk about that. Nobody wanted to talk about the laptop that had the unreleased stuff on there. To be exact, 12 play fourth quarter and other stuff that was on there. Nobody wanted to talk about that. And I always wondered why. Why nobody wanted to talk about the real stuff and why nobody wanted to, try to help Robert get his stuff back. That's all I wanted to know. But I'm going to tell you why. Because people wasn't interested in that. Nah. They were so interested into Dana. They was more interested into what Dana know, what Dana did, what Dana this, what Dana that. And it kind of it kind of bothered me that my name became more bigger than Robert Sylvester Kelly name on the internet. And I had a problem with that. Let's not put my name out there. Let's keep Robert name jumping. Because the more you put the truth out there, the more people will understand what's going on. However, some people want it all. And what I mean by that is, I went live the other day. Today is Tuesday. I went live Saturday, right? And The people that started with me, that took a dagger and stuck it in my back, they went live. Almost when I was going towards the end of my live, and they start talking their stuff. Now, what I can't understand is everybody say that they made people. They made this. They made that. I can clearly say I built all of this stuff. That's all you got to do is mention my name and then hey. So you have the warriors who's advocately only in this fight for money. You have Sweet Pea, who never been in nothing, never showed up in nothing, but always have an input that came out when Robert got sentenced in New York and said he knew Robert was guilty. You have the unfit drunk lady who always have something to say negative when if you speak negative about me, she won't show up. Okay. Then you have liver lips. But what I can't understand is the warriors and the drunk gave me the information on liver lips. And then the drunk come out and say, oh, he don't know where to go to look at your other, or to go find your other houses. I don't. It was given to me by y'all. I'm not showed that. But I want y'all to pay attention to this live. Because not only did it say something about me, what was said about Robert? Let's see. And these the same people that run up to Bonjean and be, oh, Bonjean, oh yeah, oh, we for Robert, we this and this and this. Just pay attention.
That's it. That's the lion. That's the root of what it is that he knows. He took an animal at large charge and said that I was dog fighting. Bruh, you like just pray for him. Just pray for him.
Look, with any of you three up here, Sylvia, Trent, or Randall, which y'all, let's say it's hypothetically true, right? That he said he got a house.
Dom, your phone like staticky or something.
Yeah, I know. Would you ever buy a house yourself a home if you owe child support?
Now watch this. Listen to how dumb this person sounds. Would you ever buy yourself a home if you owe child support? What? Why is this about what I got? But I'm going to leave that personal there because I'm going to come back and revisit this video on a later day, and I'm a dog walking.
Would you buy yourself a home before you put your kids in a home?
If you owe
hell no, but he don't have a home. He got an apartment.
What was the question, Don?
We can't hear you.
Hold on, I'm gonna go out. Yes, I can hear it's kind of like
he was basically saying, would you buy yourself a house before you put your children in a house?
I would. I ain't gonna even lie to you about that. I would, cause I mean, shit. If they don't, I'm gonna get my kids, and we all gonna be living messed up. Like no,
right. But that's the difference. You gonna buy yourself a house so you and your kids is living well.
Right. I mean, that's been going on in the Black community since forever.
Right, but Bozo not gonna do that. Bozo will buy his house and still would buy it. Well, we know he can't buy one. Let's hypothetically just say he buy a house. He not gonna put his kids in the house. He not.
But listen, Dana is a big dude. He can lie real well. Warner Robins Air Force Base is out there somewhere near Atlanta, because they were asking me to move there a couple years ago. Now, if he go out there to Warner Robins and meet one of them Air Force chicks, it don't matter if she fat, nasty, and ugly. If you meet one of them Air Force chicks, you need to go and find you a chick that's in the Army, the Air Force, something, where she can get a VA loan, where you can get into that house with little to no clothes and calls, get you a good interest rate. It's different rules for veterans anyway. So it's like
exactly.
Scheming and scamming is cool, but you gotta know you can't just be out here scheming and scamming everybody. Dana, get you one of these chicks that's in the armed forces.
You stupid. Well, Trent, look at it like this. He pulled your house info, right? Him and Brooke pulled my house information last year, right? Now this how dumb they is. They pulled my house information, said, what loan do you think she got? Is it with Veterans United or it was some other loan company? And so he was like, yeah, she paid $260 something for her house. I'm sitting back like, you look dumb right now, right? Like, do you know how much my house is worth right now? It's double what I paid for. You know what I'm saying? But they was like trying to make a mockery of my house. And I'm like, motherfucker, I own my house. My name is on the fucking deed.
But like, and that's the thing. Like, you can refinance your house, pull a whole nother 200 G's out of your house, use that to go start a business or pay for
subs, bloggers, and everybody else. He has gotten lawyers involved
in this sector where it would have came together. But when you start trying to work something out, and then this person is confusing people, people are split on what to decide. You disrupt the energy of the whole movement.
exactly.
That's
And
all.
let's think about it like this too. Who is the one person that has argued with everyone on motherfucking YouTube in this sector?
Him and Levi.
And it's crazy to me because when you think about it and you look at his cult follower, because that's what he got a cult over there. When you think about it, they're like, oh, they're always like tagging up on Bozo and this, that, and the other. But it's like, y'all not seeing that he is the common denominator among everything. Like, dude has literally argued with subs, bloggers, and everybody else. He has gotten lawyers involved in shit that they shouldn't have even been involved with and gotten them fired. He has fucking did so much damage and wants to put the blame. Him and Levi had put the blame on everybody else. And you're sitting back telling me that it's everybody but the two people that's the common denominator. The two people that's the common denominator ain't write a motherfucking character letter for they mentee or motherfucking cousin.
Nope.
The two people that's sitting on the motherfucking YouTube street talking shit about everybody else ain't giving fucking commentary on no Robert Sylvester Kelly. It's on the fucking bloggers who just came on the scene in fucking 2019, 2020, and so on.
Yep. You don't see no money coming from them to him either.
Right. But you want to sit here and keep accusing everybody. Let's talk about how Levi had a motherfucking cash app called Gateland. Okay? And if you go to his motherfucking channel now, it ain't Gateland no more. It's motherfucking Levi's name on it. And let's talk about how Bozo cash app was motherfucking actor DanaJay or whatever, Baltimore, whatever. Now it's not the same fucking cash app that he had from 2019 to 2021. It's a different cash app. Let's talk about how we heard on Trent shit when he recorded Doug Anton. Dana made the fucking PayPal 2 days prior before turning it over to motherfucking Doug Anton from the conversation Trent had with Doug Anton. Yep. And then let's not talk about when he was fired. Bozo was on there saying he wasn't fired. He's still his lawyer when everyone had already heard he was fired. Like, dude has recorded his lawyers. He has recorded his friends. He has put it out on YouTube. He not even just YouTube. He's did it behind the scenes. Who is a person that comes on the scene, brand new to all this, recording everything that's going on? The only type of person I know that will record shit is to give it on and pass it on. And he's the same type of person that's been on the internet talking about, I'm giving this shit to this person, this person, this person. But you want to accuse everybody else of recording when you're the one that's recording him. He probably got recordings of R. Kelly himself.
Yeah, probably.
Well, this is the thing. He constantly keeps saying this whole Trent's not for R. Kelly, stuff like this. And I stand on the side of justice and on the side of righteousness and truth. Okay. Folks like him were running with this whole he's not gonna get convicted narrative. He's 100% innocent and all of this. And as you start uncovering more stuff, you start talking to these sisters, these supposed to be inner circle people. Anybody with anybody who has any my bad, y'all. Anybody who has any form of, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody that got any type of sense they know that where it's smoke is fire. But when you got folks out here running with the, oh, it's gonna be cool, he getting, I can tell you, Levi, licking his lips 100 times. Oh, I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, my cousin will be out by the end of the year. Then I mean, come on, that it's 30 years. When I said, hey, he gonna get convicted, that was to wake the people up to say, bro, if y'all don't come together, bro, and say, hey, we're gonna put some money behind just a different attorney, it's a foregone conclusion. He's gonna get convicted. They let the whole corona pandemic go by, and Doug Anton didn't really come off the case till all of the corona stuff that pushed court dates and everything else back, investigation times back, was already done. And when Kenneth came in, the case was what was gonna happen was already happened. They already tried all their motions. This dude fucked expression, but I gotta keep it real. He fucked the case up. Everything about it. Everything.
Think about it too. Everything he been saying on the internet has been going on the prosecutor side. And I told people this too. And Sylvia know this. I told people this too. Him and Doug Anton was working with the prosecutor. Like that's how Don Russell was. It like is where he's at now. It's because Bozo and Doug Anton. Things that he would say about R. Kelly's money started coming up in motion on the prosecutor side.
Dumb, y'all. Look what he just put on his he just put out, he says, this is why the old bitch and her flunky stay in shit. She does shit like this on her backup channel, then cry wolf when I respond. The infamous Slice channel is the backup channel. Her main channel is infamous Sylvia. Everybody needs to see the truth. So he hashtag Young Thug, YSL, Jennifer Bonjean, and the Bonjean Law Firm, Ashley Cohen, R. Kelly, and they say stay away from the channel below. Nothing but lies and drama. She helped set up R. Kelly.
Jealous.
He's mad.
Anybody who he deems to be making progress, advancing in your YouTube channel, advancing in your life, powering up, he's jealous of that. Because in 12 years, he ain't moved the pendulum, not one tick.
He got the same amount of followers, bruh, in 4 years. His followers hasn't even grown. He got the same 42 people in the chat.
Y'all. He's a crybaby.
And not only that, Randa, to go off what you was just saying, I know that to be true because I'm going to say it once again. I spoke to Doug, and I never was behind the scenes, but I made that one phone call, and he admitted that Bozo, DanaJay, was sending him information on Don Russell, which ultimately got him convicted. And little did he know that was only hurting his quote-unquote mentee. Stupid. Because that made him look like he was running an enterprise. Mentor, whatever. It made him look, So
he got a beef with Don Russell, and to keep it 100, like Don Russell got some shaky ways, but Don Russell probably the best thing to ever happen to R. Kelly, cause Will and Keith and all them niggas, they wasn't gonna come in there and say, "Hey, Rob, you gotta get rid of these bitches." Don came in there kicking hoes out, bitch. You need to go. You need to go. Take your fuck ass home. He the best thing ever happened. He just came.
That's what I was gonna say. It was just how he went about it, but he was the one who said he told R. Kelly, right? He said, "Hey, this bitch right here, excuse my language, but she has to go. Who is this?" And R. Kelly was like, "Nah, that's a supporter and this, that, and the other." And my thing is like, but he and that was his downfall. That's his biggest downfall. But that's neither here nor there. But also too, to add on to Sweet One's comment, she said Larry and Dana, they both, I don't know if he was around 2 Christmases ago, not this past one, but in 2021, they was both raising money under Kel's name, and they were saying that that they knew Dre Kelly's kids. And,
you got the profile.
Ashley Cohen, R. Kelly, and
the thing is like, but he and
progress, advancing in your YouTube channel, advancing in your life, powering up. He's jealous of that Because in 12 years, he ain't moved the pendulum not one tick.
He got the same amount of followers, bruh, in 4 years. His followers hasn't even grown. He got the same 42 people in the
Baby,
chat.
y'all. He's a
And not only
crybaby.
that, Randa, to go off what you was just saying, I know that to be true because I'm going to say it once again. I spoke to Doug, and I never was behind the scenes, but I made that one phone call, and he admitted that Bozo, DanaJay, was sending him information on Don Russell, which ultimately got him convicted. And little did he know that that was only hurting his quote-unquote mentee. Stupid. Because that made him look like he was running an enterprise.
Mentor.
Mentor, whatever. It
He
made
got-
him look, So
He
it's
got
like
he got a beef with Don Russell. And to keep it 100, like Don Russell got some shaky ways. But Don Russell probably the best thing to ever happen to R. Kelly. Cause Will and Keith and all them niggas, they wasn't gonna come in there and say, hey Rob, you gotta get rid of these bitches. Don came in there kicking hoes out, bitch. You need to go.
did.
You need to go. Take your fuck ass home. He
And
the best thing ever happened. He just came.
That's what I was gonna say. It was just how he went about it. But he was the one who said, he told R. Kelly, right? He said, hey, this bitch right here, excuse my language, but she has to go. Who is this? And R. Kelly was like, nah, that's a supporter and this, that, and the other. And my thing is like, but he and that was his downfall. That's his biggest downfall. But that's neither here nor there. But also too, to add on to Sweet One's comment, she said Larry and Dana, they both, I don't know if he was around 2 Christmases ago, not this past one, but in 2021, they was both raising money under Kel's name, and they were saying that that they knew Dre and Kelly's kids. And,
you got the profile boys down.
Again, damn.
Yeah,
and
bro. You
so,
got to outside chick house, bro. You got to step outside, bro.
You stupid. Nah, but can you hear me? Can you guys hear me better now?
Yeah, we can hear you better for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, and so he was raising money under
there she goes.
R. Kelly's kids, and they made a cash app, Larry and Dana, and this was December of 2021, and so it's just shit like that he's been doing that's been hurting Rob. You know what I'm saying? So the dude is a whole clown, and he's only hurting R. Kelly, if you ask me.
I think your thing messing up, Dom. Hey, everybody.
I think he don't realize that.
I know I ain't hear what I think I just heard. Okay. Let's break this down real quick in layman terms. They agreed that Don Russell's the best thing that happened to Rob, right? Without a gun threat being called in, Rob don't have a New York case. Without the threatening pictures and the solicitation and everything that happened online and sent to New York by Don Russell, Rob don't have a New York case. So with those two things alone, how is Don the best thing that ever happened to Rob? With Don stealing Robert's masters and taking them over to California and putting them in 2 U-Haul spots where you go store your stuff at, how is he good for Robert? With me asking publicly, where's Rob's stuff, and he getting offended and trying to attack me and sending everybody to attack me, how is that good for Robert? But you missed the point that I'm making. Don has tried to do certain things and raising money to try to go behind Rob's back and remove the lawyers, like they trying to do now with Jennifer Bonjean. It started when Sylvia started sending the money to Jennifer Bonjean. If Jennifer Bonjean wouldn't have said nothing, and if she wouldn't have sent it back, they would have wrote Robert like they did with Doug and said, "Oh, Jennifer Bonjean is stealing money from you." The same playbook with Rob. And with Doug. Doug Anton had $1 for the King, aka the R. Kelly and Defense Fund. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. Wasn't nothing wrong. But because they didn't come up with it, they start spreading lies like I'm stealing, like Doug's stealing. Doug been a lawyer, a federal lawyer, for over 25 years. Who's going to throw away that type of lawyership for a goddamn $10,000? They was writing Rob saying, "Oh, somebody donated 20,000 and only 10,000 in there. Somebody donated 40,000," and it was all a lie. But what they hate to admit is that Dana was right the whole time. So they make up lies and they run with it, and that's fine. They doing what they doing, but they said that Don was best for Robert, right? So Don stealing his Sony portal, his passports, his ID, and all of that stuff, the fingerprints and all of that, the signatures. And then you start seeing all this stuff pop up over the internet. But Don was best for Robert. And then when I say these people ain't for Robert, and they, "Oh no, oh, you can't tell me, oh, we not for Robert." But listen to what you say. Listen to the actions that you do. I walked away from y'all. Y'all took it personal. Y'all wanted me away from Keith. Y'all wanted me away from Will. Y'all wanted me away from Bobby. Y'all wanted me away from Robert. Y'all wanted me away from everybody. And guess what? It was, I'm not going to tell it just yet. I'm going to say this. The bootleg PI was in bed with you guys. If you think I'm lying, just stay there. I'm going to show you everything. But this is what Rob had to say. Check this out.
Okay, what's going on right now is I just saw the news. I talked to Jennifer.
Here we go. This is what Rob had to say.
Okay, what's going on right now is I just saw the news. I talked to Jennifer earlier today, and apparently somebody faked an album called "I Admit It" and put it out there as if it was me putting it out. And I'm not putting out any albums. I haven't put out any albums. So, I'm not even having any interest in putting out any albums because my only focus is the appeal and everything else. But it seems like somebody wants this album out to mess with the appeal, because why would I put an album out called "I Admit It"? Okay, so that's right there. That makes no damn sense. So I just want people to know, and Jennifer let people know, and whoever let them know that that's not my album. I wouldn't even put an album out right now while I'm dealing with all of this stuff anyway. Okay, and I hope people recognize my voice and know that. Okay, so yeah, that and I wish they had found out who did it and who was putting it out there, because they also, on top of that, they're probably making money off of it. And it's just messed up. And then it happens to come at the time I'm working on my appeal that an album comes out that's supposed to be for me called "I Admit It." It's just really just fucked up. It just really is, man. And then, standing here looking in the mirror, saying damn to myself, I should have known the day would come. She would find somebody else, and all the things I took her through. So, this is me. This is my voice, and I would never put an album out right now. And I definitely ain't gonna put a damn album out called "I Admit It."
I sit back and I just look at that shit like, after hearing that make me sit back and think and say, damn to myself, I should have known this day would come when people got sent in from somebody else. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, it's just funny how people can try to make it seem like you're wrong because you don't deal with their scamish ways. And you're absolutely right. So with that being said, Rob put out there that, he's not for this, but I mean he's not for it. You know what I mean? Rob put out there that he's totally not for it. He don't know why people would do that, but who would have that? Ask yourself that question. Who will have that Sony portal that they can go to iTunes and put that out and check it? It broke charts when it was released. And here's the thing about iTunes. Once you upload something on iTunes, even if iTunes take it down, even if it closes, whatever was made goes to that person. iTunes get 3% of whatever it was made. Now watch this. iTunes said that album was the highest selling album of that quarter, right? Let's just say 300,000 people brought it, and before they shut it down, right? At $10.99. You do the math on that. How much went back to Don? But the funny part about it is, even with that, some people don't understand when I say that things get bad after a while. Now check this out. Uh-oh. So with an extensive background, they going OD. They going to OD. Here's the next topic. And the call-in number's there. Also, the link is at the top of the chat. If you want to call in, call in. If you want to jump on, jump on. So let's go there. Defendant sentenced to 20 months in prison for stalking R. Kelly victim and her mother. Earlier today in federal court in Brooklyn, Don L. Russell was sentenced by the United States District Judge Ann M. Donnelly to 20 months imprisonment for his participation in a scheme to harass, intimidate, and cause substantial emotional distress to Jane Doe, a victim in the Eastern District of New York racketeering case. Okay. Against Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, and Jane Doe's mother. Russell, a self-described manager, advisor, and friend of R. Kelly, harassed and threatened Jane Doe and her mother after Jane Doe filed a civil lawsuit against R. Kelly. Russell continued his harassment campaign after it was clear that Jane Doe was a victim in Kelly's criminal case in this district and would likely testify against Kelly. The crazy part about this is they want to believe that Don Russell was a great person for Rob. Now, let's dig a little deeper into what Rob said. Y'all get them likes up, man. Y'all go ahead and get them likes up. Let's dig a little deeper. And this is what Rob said. So with that being said, my question is, how is Don Russell? How is Don Russell good for Robert? That's the question. When I first put it out there, everybody was like, oh. And then it was something that was on the fence. But these are questions that I'm going to ask y'all, because either I'm slow, or people just trying to hide their alliances with people behind the scenes. Now, ever since it came out about the defense fund being up and running, it's been people that's been hating. I get it. People hating because it wasn't their situation. I get it. It wasn't them that came up with the idea. I get it. I get it all. But even if it wasn't your idea, it's not for you to try to make something wrong about it. You know what I mean? You shouldn't make something wrong about this. Oh, I got to do it this way, so that way y'all can hear me. I got to do it this way. So let's go here. If you pay attention to what you're looking at, right? You see Don Russell, when he first came after me, he said, RSK's task force just convened from a 2-hour strategy session. Brian Nix is the only attorney that has RSK's consent to receive funds in his honor. Doug been fired. Others are headed out the door after per RSK's demand. For now, Greenberg has been restricted. RSK is in good spirits. Now, with all that, right? That's nothing but a lie. Then you see Don Russell and his crew, which is Bedbug and Casey McDaniel, that started this PayPal to rival the R. Kelly Defense Fund. So they put it and they tried to mask it to make it seem like it was me, Levi, or Doug, but that was trying to throw the supporters off. And it wasn't. It was them, per Don Russell's request. Then you see the guy Jetfly Leaks here that comes out and he just was putting music out. Back to back to back to back to back. So what I did is every time he put something out, I will go and get it and then send it to Ray. Or if it wasn't going to Ray, it was going to Nicole, because Nicole said that she was handling it. Well, I stopped sending it to Ray because Ray hit me back and said he's not dealing with it no more. And Nicole just kind of left it alone. Anywho, from that point, you seen the master manipulator, which was Sylvia talking about, he's a big crybaby. She never denied anything I was saying on my community post, because she couldn't. However, we're going to take a look, and she the first one to run to Jennifer Bonjean and make Jennifer Bonjean think that she's rocking for Robert. No. Sylvia was the one that made a killing by reproducing federal transcripts off of Robert Sylvester Kelly's name, right? She also was a mod, or still is a mod, from what I'm understanding, I'm not sure, was a mod for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And for Azriel Clary. I'm sorry. And I'm just not understanding. Anything somebody do for R. Kelly, right? Sylvia and the crew, and I'm going to say the mastermind at the end, Sylvia and the crew go and plots, but they have secret conversations, 6 and 7 way calls, and they plot and plan who's going to do what. And I told y'all, that's all you got to do is sit back and watch the people who's now linking up. These people hated each other one day, right? Now all of a sudden they linking up, and they mad because Dana won't stop, Dana won't leave, Dana keep uncovering what's going on. Okay, so let's go here. This right here, the $1 Million Initiative versus the Defense Fund. If you see Sylvia right here on a Defense Fund flyer, because she was promoting it, but she was also sabotaging it behind the scenes. You see Trent right here. Trent and Don Russell. When I first told y'all about this, Trent came out and said, I don't got nothing to do with that. You lying. Well, you promoting it on your channel right here, right? And if you spent $1,000, you would get an autograph poster from Robert. And you know Don, the one that brought this out first. So if Trent is promoting it and Don, the one that brought it out, but that means Trent and Don had some partnership. Well, Don said that he was the one that started this, right? So if Trent is promoting it, but that means he's working for Don, right? I'm just saying. If I'm wrong, somebody jump in and say, Dana, you wrong. But if somebody starts something and you promoting it, that means there's some type of partnership there, right? All right. Also, I told y'all about a Caucasian man, but that's a lawyer, but that Trent brought on to talk about it. Here you go right here. Also, when I said that Cassandra Kelly was on there promoting it as well, and she came out and said I was a liar. Well, what is she doing on there, right? Now, let's get a little sticky. If you go to the left, somebody put, why Nicole and not Greenberg or Doug? Meaning they were shifting money to Nicole behind Robert back. Dottie, along with Sylvia, along with Nicole, and they was trying to raise $3 million. What the $3 million was for, I don't know. But listen to what Cassandra say and listen to what Doug say. Cassandra said Greenberg is handling so much with this case. And Nicole would be a great person to submit the funds to and handle these types of affairs for Robert. Doug said, just FYI, means for your information, we are already on it. The fund should be open and available through my office by Monday. There will be full disclosure for the world to see every day. Nothing hidden. Watch my Twitter for the post next week, then send it to everyone, right? Mind you, so you got the players. You got Sylvia, you got Trent, you got Cassandra, you got Sylvia, right? Now, Sylvia has did so many funds in the name of R. Kelly. R. Kelly ain't getting none of that. R. Kelly ain't getting none of that. So, Dana, what's the point you getting to? Watch this. That fund, right? The fake defense fund pops up on Spittin' Fire's channel and donates. So when I say something, Spittin' Fire got mad and said, you can't clock who on my channel. But wait a minute. As long as it's saying R. Kelly Defense F, it's fraudulent. And how is Jocelyn Smith sending money to anybody if this is supposed to be a closed account? First thing. Second thing is, how do you create a defense fund account trying to donate to the defense fund? That's why I say people need to stop and really realize what's going on. But back to what I was saying about Trent promoting and the $1 Million Initiative. The reason why he went so hard against the R. Kelly Defense Fund, and I found this out, is not because he promoted it. It's a little deeper. Let's go here. And it made me go back and look at this, and this is the paperwork straight from federal court. This is what Trent filed. You see? In the United States District Court, Eastern District of Missouri, Wilkins versus Jackson. First Amendment complaint and request for injunction. This is why you don't play with people like me. Because when I get quiet, I'm researching stuff and I'm going back and I'm looking at stuff. So it says the parties to this complaint. The plaintiff, Rayburn Wilkins, resident of St. Louis, Missouri. Defendant, daintezjackson, resident of Atlanta, Georgia. Basis of jurisdiction. Jurisdiction arises under 28 U.S.C. Section 132 as the parties reside in different states, and the matter in controversy exceeds $75,000. Now watch this. If this is about me and him and you two, right? Why do R. Kelly pop up? Let's read. Statement of claim. This is what he put. Plaintiff. Let's look who the plaintiff is. Wilkins. Rayburn Wilkins. Which is Trent. Rayburn Wilkins. Statement of claim. Plaintiff is the co-founder of an enterprise identified as the $1 Million Initiative. Hold the hell up. Hold up. Hold the hell up. Wait. Did I just read that? Did I just read? If Don is the founder, I just thought Trent promoted it. But it says plaintiff is the co-founder of an enterprise identified as the $1 Million Initiative. So wait. My observation, my PI skills was correct. So if Don is the founder and Trent is the co-founder, and Trent and MA1 is partners, or Trent worked for MA1, then what do that mean? That MA1 and Don Russell are doing what? And when I tried to tell Keith on that phone call, Keith got defensive. That's all I say is it will all play out in the end. And if I'm wrong, I don't mind going public and telling anybody, bro, I was wrong, I apologize. But when my be more senses get to tingling, it lets me know I'm not wrong. So let's continue to read. The function of this enterprise is to create a following and support to the litigation and defense of singer Robert Kelly, aka R. Kelly. Stop. They ran with the narrative, oh, the dollar for the king is the reason why he got put in jail. Nope. I mean, why he got denied bail. Nope. Look, everything the Fed said comes from where? A complaint to the feds by who? Trent. Why? Because he want to copyright my name. This is what happens when you give me a chance to go back and look at the stuff from the beginning. So the function of this enterprise, that's why they kept calling it an enterprise, is to create a following and support to the litigation and defense of singer Robert Kelly, aka R. Kelly. Now wait, if Robert had lawyers, how are you trying to support the litigation? Then it says the success of the initiative is currently being threatened by the activities of the defendant. Ain't that what Don Russell said? Oh, Dana stopping this. Dana hurting people. How am I hurting anything when y'all trying to steal behind his back? These activities have sabotaged the initiative. The plaintiff rolled out the initiative on his YouTube channel, Opinionated News Network. How much more do y'all need? How much more proof do y'all need that these folks was working against Robert Sylvester Kelly? And still is. Then it says, at which point the defendant proceeded to publicly televise false claims against the plaintiff, alleging he was part of a fraudulent enterprise and accusing him of embezzlement. Stop. How am I saying you're a part of a fraudulent enterprise when you are saying you are what? The co-founder of an enterprise. So how am I fraudulently accusing you when you have already said it? Not to mention that this is the same brother that wrote that false, crazy indictment And Greenberg was like, yo, I don't know where this came from. Robert's like, yo, I ain't tell nobody to do that. Make it make sense. Then it says these allegations clearly had a chilling effect on the success of the enterprise and discouraged public interest in the initiative to support Mr. Kelly. And this was the reason why I came out in 20 and told Dubowski, do not use the enterprise. Because this, but then I forgot I had it until I had to go back and look at paperwork, because now I got to go do some things that's going to send that brother to jail. And it's going to send him to jail for a long time. Not Dubowski, but Trent. Further, in spring of this year, the defendant published plaintiff's private banking information on his YouTube channel in an effort to expose plaintiff to public humiliation and ridicule. Wait, but didn't they put my stuff up there first? Let's not play like we ain't see. The plaintiff was forced to change his banking information and personal contact information as a result of these antics. That's a lie, because I was calling Trent on the same number. And before me and him fell out again. Recently, the defendant has assumed plaintiff's identity by broadcasting his YouTube show while posting in the front of the plaintiff's home as though he lives at the plaintiff's address himself. What the hell? Come on, man. I only did what they did to me. It's cool when you do it, but when I do it, it's a problem. In March of this year, defendant pirated one of the plaintiff's YouTube posts and posted the entire content on his channel as though original to the defendant's channel, collecting the proceeds for the airing and depriving plaintiff of same. Wait a minute. I've never posted nothing of yours on mine and collected anything. Dude, now you want to be me extremely bad, and this is scary. This is scary that a grown man want to be another grown man, and he want to intertwine R. Kelly into this. This is scary. The defendant's antics have created confusion and false impressions regarding the plaintiff, which has impacted the success of his enterprise, including the Opinionated News Network and the $1 Million Initiative. These actions have caused Mr. Wilkins' income as his YouTube channel is monetized. Oh, wait. You never could get more people watching you than I do. You always followed me. Even when you had your 237 likes, you killed that when you came out and said, F R. Kelly guilty, and that nigga knew he was doing this and this and this and this. I can go on and on for the stuff that you said about Robert. Then you went away. Then Sean and them brought you back, and now you pro R. Kelly again this day. Then the next day, you're against R. Kelly. Come on, man. You can confuse the people that watch you. And you can confuse the people that hide you. But you can't confuse the people that really know what's going on. 9. Additionally, the damage the defendant has caused to Mr. Wilkins' reputation has hampered his ability to be an effective advocate and fundraiser for the $1 Million Initiative. Oh, so y'all trying to say because I destroyed the $1 Million Initiative because Robert ain't never asked for that, and Don was going to print Robert's signature on stuff, and then y'all was going to give it out, and it stopped y'all bag. Now y'all trying to say that I damaged y'all reputation? How? Y'all damaged y'all own reputation. Only thing I said was don't scam on Robert's name, don't scam on Robert's behalf, and leave me alone. Because I knew who was doing what. And I told y'all I'm not holding nobody's secrets. So then 10, plaintiff contends that the combination of these events and other incidents have led to losses sufficient to support the action herein. So I'm the reason why y'all lost y'all initiative. Or am I the reason why the word got out and then it got back to Rob and Rob said shut it down? And because he never asked y'all to do it anyway. The only fund Robert asked to have happen was the R. Kelly Defense Fund, aka Dollar for the King. Nothing else. Everybody else jumped out there and wanted to do it on their own. Why? Because they felt like their way was better than the way that was going on through his lawyers, through a trust account, which even the feds can't touch. Then it says further, there is every indication that left unchecked, the defendant actions will continue unabated, causing more damage to plaintiff's public image and financial injury. Irreparable injury. As the defendant's antics are ongoing, the damage to the plaintiff's public image and reputation is increasing and very difficult to quantify on a daily basis. Wherefore, the plaintiff seeks an injunction from the use of plaintiff's name and likeness and all other activities deleterious to the plaintiff's business, and for any other such relief as this court deems appropriate. Respectfully submitted, Law Office of Celestine Dotson. Well, I believe that Ms. Dotson need to get a call from the lawyer that I done had on hold for a while. So now that we out of that, right? Let me show you how the fraud happens. Because people say, oh no, that's not true. That's not true. Everybody on the up and up. Well, let's go there. You see what it says, right? You see what it says. To Wilkins Rayburn, Rayburn_Wilkins at yahoo.com. U.S. trademark application serial number 889-15471. -DaintezJay Jackson, which is my government legal name. So they wanted something to prove that this was him, right? That he is DaintezJay Jackson. Pay attention to the screen capture. www.imdb.com. Name. This is my profile on IMDb. This is also my resume on Actors Access. And you see Dana J, right? Okay. Now, it says United States Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO. This is what's going to send him to jail. Because now you're frauding the government. Okay. So you see applicant Rayburn Wilkins. Correspondence email rayburnwilkins at yahoo.com. Non-final office action notice, right? Okay. Response to deadline. They talking about the abandonment. Request an extension. Okay. Issue date February the 7th, 2003. Pay attention to this, right? This say written consent required. Not only did he fraud and try to make it seem like he is me, but he made it seem like I wrote this. He made it seem like that I am him and I wrote this. Which I do have to go before a grand jury on Thursday morning about this here in Atlanta. And Lord, you don't know how fast I'm going to be down there on Thursday morning. And I'm not having no recourse. I don't care. And I'm taking everything I got. Because if we beefing on the internet, you shouldn't play with nobody's life like that. Facts, identity theft listen, federal identity theft is worse. But that's all I'm going to say. So you see what it says. The name daintezjackson shown in the mark identifies a particular living individual or the applicant. See the internet evidence attached in this regard. For example, see the attached internet excerpt from resumes.actorsaccess.com stating Dantez Dana J. Jackson was born and raised in the rural projects area of the inner city of Baltimore, Maryland. At an early age of his life, he discovered his joy, outlet, and passion for singing, acting, playing drums, and performing. Okay, so we got that. Accordingly, the applicant must provide this individual's written consent to register the name shown in the mark, right? Then they have the violations. They got the codes and statutes here, right? To register a mark that includes or comprises the name of a particular living individual other than the applicant, including a first name, pseudonym, stage name, or nickname, an applicant must provide the individual's written consent to register the name, right? Check it. Okay. In the present case, the application does not include a written consent from the particular individual named in the mark, i.e., from Dantez Dana J. Jackson, as required. CTMEP, right? Got that. And that the name in the mark identifies a particular living individual other than the applicant. The applicant must submit both of the following, right? A statement identifying the actual name of the individual and indicating that the name in the mark identifies this individual, right? The following format is suggested. The name shown in the mark identifies Dantez Dana J. Jackson, a living individual whose consent to register is made of record. Wait a minute. When did I ever do this? 2, a written consent for applicant to register the name personally signed by the named individual, i.e. by Dantez Dana J. Jackson. When did I sign anything? The following format is suggested. I, Dantez Dana J. Jackson, consent to the registration of my name, Dantez Dana J. Jackson, as a service mark with the USPTO. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. That's all I needed to see. So now we gonna play this court game. And my thing is, I want them locked up forever. I don't give a fuck no more. How to respond? File a response form to this non-final office action or file a request form for an extension of time to file a response. Now watch this. I got this from the lawyer today. You see the lawyer name. Because my lawyer contacted her because now she's about to be summoned to federal court. Exactly. Now, the dummy don't understand that this relieves me of all debt that I ever had. Watch how I play this. And since this lawyer, ZELLE Delaney, which is the examining attorney who didn't do her job, watch how she loses her job. And watch how he go to jail. I don't give a fuck. So it's a response guidance, right? Now, he don't have an IMDb. But you clearly see this IMDb is not him. You clearly see it's me. Okay? You clearly see this is me writing it, everything I put there. IMDb mini biography by Dana J. So let's scroll down some more. Scroll down some more. Because I don't want to pass it. You clearly see this is my actor's access. But for me to be such a bum, why would you want my identity? And for me to be such this and this, why would you want my identity? This is exactly what they did to R. Kelly. And these are the same people that's up there talking about, oh, if you deal with Levi, if you deal with Dana, if you deal with Sharon, and we ain't supporting you no more, and you gotta drop Jennifer Bonjean, Rob, because she ain't doing a good job, and she got you convicted in Chicago. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They the ones writing all this to Robert. Now I'm putting it out there. This is all me. So when you want to play games, I keep telling you, I'm going to play games. Look. Check it. You in trouble, dog. And so was that examining officer. You in trouble. But then I got something even better. Then I'm going to go here. I don't mess with Larry. But I want y'all to pay attention to something. Everybody thought it was Bedbug and them that put Larry stuff out there. Nah, it wasn't. Now that I got this, here come the exposure. You clearly see that this was sent, and you clearly see subject, Larry McGee's case, right? You clearly say Larry McGee case. It was sent to Trent St. James at opinionated@gmail.com, right? The date, April the 4th, 2020 at 6:02:57 p.m. Central Standard Time, right? But who did it come from? It came from Sharon Clark Harris. Who the hell is Sharon Clark Harris? That's Sean Harris' wife. Like I told y'all, she's the catalyst for all of the bullshit and drama throughout this whole YouTube stuff. Now, I'm going to leave that right there for a second, right? I'm going to leave that right there for a second. And I'm going to play this. Check this out.
Go ahead, tell us the story. Okay, alright, so y'all know my birthday was on Wednesday, so I've been trying to, I've been partying all night, so all this Sylvia shit, no. Okay. I've been telling people for a while, I know things. Okay, so I got the inside track, and I got all of the receipts to prove what I'm saying. Like I'm lit. I'm probably on like 37 shots of Hennessy right now. Okay, so all right, Sylvia didn't hire MA. Okay, Sylvia didn't do it. All right, and if I'm lying, I'm flying. My feet ain't left the ground. Okay, so. Me, I started this thing called Boots on the Ground. All right. Right. Me, Marlene the Kid, Michelle Nunley, Tina Trina, and it's Big. And if I'm missing you, then I'm sorry. Like with Wish, Sister Bird. Okay. So anyway, long story short, I did an interview with Don Russell because we started doing research, And once we started doing research, we said, like, you know, we talked to the lawyers. Marlena got me on the phone with Mike Leonard and with Steve Greenberg. And so it was just simple shit that they didn't know. Like how in the superseding indictment in New York, they were saying that R. Kelly gave Faith Rogers drugs in New Jersey. But, you know, she's from San Antonio. And then I think out there in San Antonio is like Broward County. Or if it's not Broward County, it's something very similar to that. So, you know, we went out there, we checked the county records. Like I told you earlier, you got to check the county records. So, in 2015, Faith Rogers has a charge for, she got a marijuana charge. So when I got on the phone with Mike Leonard, then, you know, we brought that up to them. This is basic stuff that they don't know. Now, these are R. Kelly's attorneys. So they don't know that Faith Rogers, the person who's accusing him of giving her drugs to intoxicate her and take advantage of her, already has drug charges. At that point, we determined that these lawyers were not going to work. The only person up until that point who was saying that R. Kelly needed new lawyers was Don Russell. So I called Don Russell up, okay, and I still got the notes in one of my phones. He started talking to me about Lit Defense, a guy by the name of White Herzog. He started talking about R. Kelly publishing in the Sony portal, and like 10 or 15 other things that I got documented. But just to stay on topic, I talked to Don Russell, and then I did a live stream. On that live stream, Sharon was in the room. So we wound up connected, and then, you know, I checked them out, I figured out that they were legit. So, you know, Sharon was telling me, like, yo, he has lawyers, but Doug Anton is from New Jersey. In order for him to be charges in New York, he needs a lawyer from New York.
Now, make that make sense. Doug Anton is from New Jersey, so he need lawyers from New York and not New Jersey. But Doug have cases that he have fought and won in the New York District Court. And he got one of the most notorious people off in Ann Donnelly's courtroom. But let's finish.
Doug Anton is from Michigan. Anton Farinella.
Doug Anton is not from Michigan. He's from New Jersey. See what I'm saying? This is the same person that said Levi for Kelly is Carrie Kelly. But let's finish.
Tom Farinella is an entertainment lawyer. So this is when we started to go get Alan Dershowitz, the guy who got OJ off. So we went out and got Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz said, I'm going to be too expensive for you, but let me go get one of my young G's. That's when we got Arthur Ayadala. Now, this retainer that Prima Donna loves to pop up is because Lisa and Cassandra, they reached out to, I'm sorry, not even Lisa and Cassandra, it was Lisa who reached out to me, and she said, you know, hey, holla at me, gave me her number, blah, blah, blah. So at that point, once I got in contact with them, MA1 Investigation, I connected them to Lisa Kelly. Now, R. Kelly at this time had called Terry, I forgot her last name, but you know about Small Fry. And I went to school, I went to school, but I know her daughter, Lachey, because we used to work at this company called West Asset Management, which was like a loss mitigation department for Wells Fargo back in 2009. So, you know, we connected, long story short. R. Kelly called Terry one day, and he said, I love what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. You know, get in touch with my sisters, Lisa and Cassandra. When Terry told me this, I connected him. We connected with Sean. Sean put together a preliminary report, and we could not get in it. So, I'm sorry, we couldn't.
Pay attention. Sean put together a preliminary report, and they couldn't get in. They couldn't get no traction. Pay attention to the words you're using. Here we go.
We couldn't really make no traction from them. So this is when I got in contact with what's her name? Alexis. Now Alexis, she referred me to a lady named Janet. I forgot her name, but she runs something called Yep Paper.
So he got in touch with Alexis, and Alexis referred him to somebody named Janet. Make it make sense. You see how everybody passing the buck to go around. Watch this.
So I gave them my government credentials. Now, I used to work for the National Geospatial Agency, and Randa, you tried service military, so this is an intelligence agency.
Yeah.
He said, Randa, you contracted with the military. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Everything I done told y'all, he's using. And he's saying it, and both of them are agreeing, but then they try to make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. Watch this.
I already know.
All verifiable. Long story short, I send, Janet my information, my credentials, so I'm legitimate. Long story short, and Janet, it never got no traction.
So once again, shout out to Doug Antonis in the chat. One thing I have to say, Doug fought for Rob when nobody else knew what Doug was doing. That's why I vouch for Doug. I don't care what nobody else say. I fought tooth and nail for Doug. But the problem was MA1, which is Sean Hurst, came in, and then he tried to twist stuff, and he took what everybody else was saying, and behind Doug's back, he orchestrated everybody to write Robert negative stuff about Doug. And like I said, Doug is not going to lose a 25-year career fighting for criminals and fighting for people who wasn't criminals, but was deemed criminals from the public eye, and winning for $10,000. Make this make sense. Dana ain't going to federal prison for $10,000. And I don't talk to Levi no more, but I'm quite sure Levi ain't going to jail for $10,000. But let's finish listening to this, because this is interesting. A lot of the stuff that comes out in these recordings that I got from them because they put it out there, guess what? It's all coming back to light now.
So after a while, Lisa got in touch with Sean. Sean gave a PI report, and we mailed it.
Stop. Lisa Kelly, the fake sister, got in touch with Sean, gave Sean a preliminary report on me, Doug, Sharon Wimbush, and Levi. And look what happened.
That to R. Kelly in jail. When we mailed it to R. Kelly in jail, he said, this is shit I've been waiting for. And when he said that this is what he's been waiting for, then, long story short, Lisa got in touch with him. He sent her an email request for the government, messaging system, whatever the fuck it is. So when he sent her that, they were in direct contact. And once they got in direct contact, that's how traction started happening on the RTJ, because he like, yeah, I need private investigators and stuff like that. And of course, MA1 or private investigators. So I connected them. And so this piece of paper that Prima Donna loves to show where I got a retainer agreement again. Lisa and Cassandra, I'm sorry, not even Lisa and Cassandra, but they can't really speak to legally the way that I can. My father.
So, like I said.
Oh, his shit cut out.
So, like I said, these people will call Doug and say, Dana doing this, Dana doing that, and Dana don't even be doing nothing. But the whole time, they are the ones doing it. Just like recently. they had Tawana Campbell and Sharon Clark Harris call Doug and say, I'm playing a recording. Oh, Dana said that they in indictments. I never said nothing about no indictments. Sean Harris sat up there and said, oh, Doug Anton stole $250,000. And I said, you ain't going to do that. So y'all see why I play the way I play now, where I don't even talk to none of them. But wait, it gets even more stickier, because now Rob's god sister comes into the fold with Don Russell, Sean Harris, Trent, Sylvia, Randa, and all the rest of them. Watch this.
We were working this boots on the ground thing. Legally sought us out. You know, she wanted us to write motions.
Lily sought them out. She wanted them to write motions. So the motion that went into R. Kelly's, I believe it was a Chicago case. And Greenberg was like, yo, I don't know nothing about that. It was Don driven, but it was Trent written. Now, who mailed it? I must say, the PI did say that he ride through Maryland a lot, right? And it was mailed from Maryland, right? I know Trent is in Missouri, Don is in Chicago and California. So the only person that could have did it was who? The PI. But you see how they try to make it seem like, oh, Dana did it? So let's listen to this.
But Lily's end game was, Lily would come in like she's concerned about R. Kelly, she's concerned about Rob, and she's concerned about Rob to a certain degree. But her biggest thing is Lily wants to protect Lily. So Lily would do different things with us, like she would piggyback on work that you did, or piggyback on your content or your message, whatever else, so that she could create, so that she could talk to the lawyers. She would lie when talking to the lawyers. Hey, R. Kelly put me over X, Y, and Z. Once you actually talk to R. Kelly, he ain't put her over this. He don't even trust her ass. Okay? And so she was trying to make sure she wasn't implicated, because just like Larry said, she was out there eating that real pussy, you know, fondling little girls when they got out the shower.
Now I'm gonna stop that there because y'all heard that enough. I'm not gonna run that in the hole. However, let's get back to this. So you see, Sharon Clark Harris, which is Sean Harris' wife, sent Larry McGee's case to a Trent, right? Lord knows who else she sent it to, because I find it funny, around April the 4th, 2020, everybody had Larry's case. Now, I don't give a fuck. Larry did it. Larry deserved to go to jail. Y'all know how I feel. So, I find it funny that he called Prima Donna a hoe and this and this. But you're the one that sent this to Prima Donna on April the 8th, 2020, when you was trying to holler at her. And when she said no, that's when she became a hoe. I'm trying to figure out, why do it have to be this way in the R. Kelly sector? If you think I'm lying, to Shanisa, Prima Donna, ENT@yahoo.com. Subject forward, Larry McGee's case. Date, Wednesday, April the 8th, 2020 at 1:06 p.m. from Trent St. James, opinionated @gmail.com. This is the whole case file. This is the whole case file. So with that being said, Trent's still not out the dirt, because now we're going to go here. What happened to the money from the $1 Million Initiative, right? That's why he got uptight about people asking. Well, what happened to the money from Kelly's for Justice? Because at this moment, it was $656 in there, and that's the donation total to date. and Don Russell did this website. And y'all was featuring Cassandra Kelly, Don't Give Up, Even If Won't Last Always. So y'all was featuring 3 of Cassandra Kelly's songs. Don't Give Up, Even If Won't Last Always. So where's the money? And for this, ain't none of that go to Rob. So at the end of the day, I was going to play something at the end of this, but I don't need to, because I was going to play Trent speaking good of me. But for what? Because he talk out of both sides. Whoever he's good with, that's who he want to deal with. That's who he big up. One thing about it, I don't care about getting big up. I care about Robert Sylvester Kelly coming home. And here's my stake. If I was Rob, I cut off Sean. I cut off Lisa and Cassandra. I cut off Sharon. I cut off Sylvia. I cut off Dottie. I wouldn't listen to outside fan mail. I will trust my lawyer and my lawyer only. And I would tell Keith to cut off Sean. I will trust my lawyer and my lawyer only. Because now Rob is at a point where everybody that he thought he can trust stabbed him in the back, including the people that's smiling in his face. And I asked y'all this question. If the PI was really in there talking to Rob in Chicago, and he said he couldn't take his phone in there, how was he able to know that Levi was on Angie channel and said that Rob called him? Why would he jump on Angie channel and say, oh, Levi lied? How do you know that if your phone was taken when you went inside the MCC? See, these are things that real PIs pick up on. It's the little things. And me and Sean have the same license. We have the same license. We can do PI work, but we ain't solely in PI land. We are more in security and special deterrence land, meaning bodyguarding and security and security, CCTV, stuff like that. But with our license, we can do PI work, and we are authorized to do PI work. However, in doing PI work, you can't rely on everybody else to get you answers or to get your work done for you. A PI is not lazy. So if I was the PI, I wouldn't need Larry to come talk to me to get information to go back and tell Bon Jean and Mr. Kelly. I wouldn't need that. If I was the PI, I would have pulled up on Larry. You got to take flights. I would have pulled up on Larry. Look, I'm such and such and such and such. Man, you need a dialogue. Do you want to talk willingly or not? And he can say yes or no. If he say no, then you subpoena him. So how is it that I know that, but he don't? And he's supposed to
ever pull up on me. You understand? Pull up the countless press conferences that I've had, where I went after drug dealers and drug organizations, where I have partnerships with the FBI, the ATF, the DEA. You understand? Yeah. Homeland Security. So that's what I'm talking about. He trying to call me some fly by night dude. Nah.
So I'm gonna ask this question again. If you have partnerships with Homeland Security, ATF, DEA, what else you say? Hold on, let me get it right.
Ever pull up on me? You understand? Pull up the countless press conferences that I've had, where I went after drug dealers and drug organizations, where I have partnerships with the FBI, the ATF, the DEA.
You understand? Yeah. Homeland Security.
Okay. If you have partnerships with the ATF, the DEA, FBI, and Homeland Security, how are you not able to show them that Robert is innocent? Not unless you were put in place or planted there to make sure that nothing goes right for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And if that's the case, which we all see, the connection between you, Trent, Don, and everybody else, how all of y'all are together. And I tried to tell Keith that they were all together. And Keith was like, oh, you think I deal with somebody? But that's dog. I'm telling you what's going on. The one thing about sneaky people, they will operate behind your back where they know you don't dwell. Think about it. How is Sylvia and them able to raise money like that? They go to a Zoom backup page where they only have them in there and they finesse the people that they talking to. By the time they bring it on the YouTube, they done made everything they got and everybody else is brainwashed. Like, oh, this for R. Kelly, it's for R. Kelly. It's not for R. Kelly. Prime example, I showed y'all in the video, and when Sylvia said, when the money come to her, it's her money. She do what she want to do with it. I showed y'all that. But then she run to Bonjean. Hey, Bonjean, I'm Miss Sylvia. I help Robert Sylvester Kelly. I go to every court date. I do this. I do that. But she the same one that tried to get Bonjean screwed over. That's why Shabazz came out and said what he said. For the people that don't know, when Shabazz came out and went after Bonjean, it's because Sylvia has put out there that she sent Bonjean money, and Shabazz watched this whole thing go down and how they manipulated Rob so that way he can turn on Doug Anton. And they went through Nicole to do it. So of course you got to get Dana out the way because Dana ain't going. Dana ain't a puppet. And Dana know your rules. Dana know the games you playing. Y'all heard Sylvia say, he's such a crybaby. Y'all know. I ain't a crybaby. Because if it was for me, it would have been a different way. But since it's for Robert, I got to abide by the boundaries that Robert put in place. But sometimes I go over them boundaries and Robert gets mad. But guess what? It's for Robert's good. And I'll go on record and I'll say this. I don't want nothing in return. I just want him home. You know what? I'm lying. I do want something in return. I want my basketball game back that I lost to him twice. That's what I want. So while everybody else is trying to position themselves and to get positions, oh, I'm Robert security. I'm Robert this, because they know Robert coming home. So they positioning themselves to get in Robert's good graces so that way they can say, Robert, I did this for you. Okay, well, I'll give you this position. Robert, I did this for you. Okay, I'll give you this position. Robert, I did this for you. Okay, I'll give you this position. But why nobody has came up with anything that can help Jennifer Bonjean in these appeals? Y'all did so much in Chicago. Why nobody ain't slipped Bonjean a letter breaking down what these people lied about? Nobody did it. Y'all all sat there. When Bruce came out, y'all jumped on, Bruce, I did a picture, Bruce. And when Bonjean came out, I'm Bonjean, I'm your number one girl, I'm your number one girl. When Bonjean went to go do interviews, y'all stood behind her like y'all was her security. The whole time, y'all got the fixing for Jennifer Bonjean. Now, I said it once. I said, if Doug Anton leave, I'm taking a step all the way back. And I ain't dealing with it. But once Doug got forced out, I said, I got to step back in this. But I'm going to go on record. I'm going to say this. If Jennifer Bonjean is forced out, don't expect me to fight anymore. I'm going to let y'all have it. Because I will not sit there knowing this man can win everything and watch him spend the rest of his life in jail because he trusts in people that he think got his best interests in heart. I am not doing it. And I'll stand on that. Now, this is the second time I'm saying it. I'm doing the Tom Brady. If that happened, I'm gone for good. I'll go and I'll blog about other stuff, but I will not blog about this ever again if that happens. Everybody that fought hard for Robert, those people got them out the way just by lying to Robert. So I'm going to say this. If Jennifer Bonjean go, I'm gone. Don't call me. Don't ask me nothing. Don't do none of that. I ain't asking for cash apps. I ain't doing none of that. But I've always told you, Cash App is a free will thing. If you feel as though you want to hit the Cash App, do it. If you feel as though you want to hit the Super Chat, do it. But I'm not pressing nobody to do none of that. I'm appreciative for your views and for your likes. And I want you to share. All of that is free. At the end of the day, I would love to see Doug Anton and Jennifer Bonjean link up. That'd be a hell of a team. But sometimes a wish can just be a wish. And as long as I pray, one day it might happen and one day it might not. But I pray that Rob get to see the light in there. Because truth to be told, I know who went to Rob to confirm his dream when God told him he got vultures around him and it scared him. I know who went to Rob to confirm it. Now I'm coming out and saying it again. Another set of vultures have developed around Robert Sylvester Kelly. And it's going to scare him again. I am not linking up with none of those people. I am not forming an alliance with none of those people. I stand on my own if I have to. If I got to do a minstrel show, a one-man minstrel show, meaning if I got to do a one-man march or something, I'll do it. I'll do it. But one thing I stand on is truth and principle. Y'all know me and Hollywood Next was going at each other's neck. And then the good Lord allowed us to meet and we talked. And ever since then, there's no problem. Because the same thing I went through, she went through. And she see how hurtful it is. That people that you look out for are the ones that stabbing you in the back. They smile in your face and stab you in your back. Why? Because they want R. Kelly. Think about it. Think about it. This is not about a YouTube channel. And that's all they talk about. Oh, look at Dana numbers. Look who comment. Look at this. Look at this. Just pay attention. And I'm going to go on record and I'm going to say this. If Kevin Terrell would have never got in bed with them, he would have been an okay guy. And that's coming from my mouth. And y'all know how much I don't like that guy. But if he never would have gotten in bed with him, with those folks, he would have been an okay guy. And I've been said it. See, I was going to stay away from it. But yeah, Robert needs to know Joy is in real danger. They have people hunting for her in Chicago as we speak. And it come from the group over on Facebook. They got people hunting for Joy as we speak. Why? Leave Robert's people, property, things alone. Y'all hunting for Joy for, okay, if y'all find her, what are y'all gonna do? Doug said, keep strong, Dana, and all you good folks too. The only way you win is if you never give up. The impossible just takes a little more work and a little more time. I got to get back to work. Good show. Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate it. And once again, you never know who's going to drop in on the Dana J Show. Sonny B, what's up? Next. And once again, I'm glad to see Hollywood Next is back because the enemy tried to take her out. But the prayers of the righteous availeth much. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. That's all you got to do is pray. And when 2 or 3 connect in Jesus' name, it ain't nothing the devil can do. So it's not that I'm untouchable. It's just that I'm God's child. Send Jennifer a memo of all this information of the crew who's standing behind her so she know who they are. Okay, cool. I got you. So this is not about me. That's why I said my whole initial thing, I was coming to attack Trent and today. I ain't gonna lie, but I had to pray and before I went live. Anybody that talked to me and before I went live know that I went live 45 minutes after I said I was supposed to. Because I ain't gonna lie. I was in demon time. And y'all know how that can get. But God said, nope. The people need to receive what's going on. And you need to leave that demon time alone. So when God speaks to me, that's what I do. I don't care about who's more important, who's popular. No. But when God speaks, that's when I move. So I'm just saying, y'all heard it here on the Dana J Show. I wish nothing but the best to the people that's doing good and positive and stuff that's going on. But stay away from the scammers. I'm telling you, stay away from the scammers. It's all there. And these people got to understand that screwing over Robert, your day is coming. Your day is coming. So with that being said, I speak nothing but life upon everybody. I wish everybody the best of life. All of y'all that's going to the sentencing, I will meet y'all up there. And we all gonna have fun, and we ain't gonna get into none of the distractions, none of that. And we gonna walk away from them folks and do what we do. Come and support Robert Sylvester Kelly. On that note, Dana J gone. I love every last one of y'all. I thank y'all for coming to hear what I gotta say. All right, I'm out. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody included. Peace.
You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
You are supporting a pedophile.
Nothing good about me. I'm just a child molester. The devil.
Shut him down. Oh!
Come on, guys. As long as my breath is going in and out, I try to, even when I get ready to complain, I think about that and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna even say nothing. I just breathe, baby. I breathe on these niggas, you heard me? 20-some women trapped in my house in the basement in Atlanta. Well, first of all, my house in Atlanta doesn't even have a fucking basement.
This is my story.
The only thing I can do is say what's real and say what's on my heart and give it to y'all like y'all want it. You want the truth.
The ladies in here are live.
You ain't even got an education. You didn't even graduate from high school. You don't even really read, and all of this old shit they told me. And I started believing that shit, man. But just something in me kept calling and shit. My heart was pumping this shit. It was pumping this shit. Hey fans, how y'all doing? It's your boy Kels. I love y'all. Thanks for supporting me for the last 30 years of my career. I'm very appreciative of that, and just you guys have kept me humble, kept me grounded, and kept me putting out this music for you guys. You guys inspired me to do it, so I'm gonna do it until you say don't do it no more. Don't say that though. If I met your daughter and I took your daughter out and she was of age, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Everybody, put your hands to the sky.
You ain't got no money? Shit. Sue R. Kelly.
Mute R. Kelly.
You are controlling, that you are abusive, that you tell women when to eat, when to go to the bathroom, when they can sleep, where they can dress.
I know y'all know that shit is ridiculous, but the crazy shit is stupid motherfuckers want to believe this shit.
That shouldn't be happening.
Every level, there's another devil. Whoever you are right now looking at me in my eyes, look in my fucking eyes, okay? I don't give a fuck about this fame shit. I'm a real motherfucker. My main goal is to unconfuse the world about R. Kelly.
Hey, check this out. I'm going to do this one time and one time only by special request. Stay away from this lady right here. And what I want everybody to do, I'm going to keep it real with you. What I want everybody to do, I got questions on my wall. I'm about to show you the questions that I have on my wall, okay? I got questions on my wall. So let's do this. The questions that I have is this right here. Number one, okay, I said we the people have questions and we demand answers, Sylvia, to this channel. The infamous slide channel, hashtag infamous slide channel, where she does all the drama, at, she calls it the infamous slide channel for a reason, because nobody knows about this channel. Then I said, well, question number one, why do you talk to Cash Jones and you know she lied and helped prosecute Robert S. Kelly, aka R. Kelly? Question number two, this is the same person who had LaToya Middleton on her channel stating that she had a baby by R. Kelly at 13 years old. Also, LaToya Middleton was brought in by the Savages to be so that way she can be the Detroit accuser against R. Kelly. That's why I'm telling y'all that all of this was bogus. But then I said, why would she allow that? And she claims she is for Kels. Question number three. This is also the same channel that moderates for Scoop of Azriel at Azriel Clary. We want to know why. Question number four. Why was she so eager to get sexual with a government witness to tamper with Robert Sylvester Kelly case? And we know who that is. She wanted to get sexual with Demetrius Smith. where she sent pictures of her nipples and pictures of her dildos and her in a dirty tub of water. Question 5. Why would you steal money from R. Kelly and reproduce transcripts to swindle money from R. Kelly supporters? And Sean Harris greenlighted that and okayed it. Question number 6. Why would you use your census badge to obtain information on Robert S. Kelly, which resulted in the judge's secretary being fired and locked up for 30 days, which resulted for a sequestered jury for Robert Sylvester Kelly? What I should have said is help for a sequestered jury, not resulted. Question 7. We want to know why she steals her sister's identity as Dr. Momo. Question number 8. We want to know how she was able to swindle authorities in Georgia, the county of DeKalb, where she struck a deal for eating a minor's vagina, and her husband took the rap for it. Question number 9. How is her husband able to remain in the United States on a arranged marriage where Sylvia brags about the money gain she got from marrying an African? Question number 10. Why the government doesn't do anything about this lady skip tracing using government property? We want to know. That's illegal. And then I said, and I'll rest my case for the moment. She didn't tell y'all that I put all that out there. And that's the live. And that's her backup channel. Stay far away from this lady. Far, 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 far away. Good night. I say good night. Happy Valentine's Day.
The boy never let me in. Sick with the medicine. On the block distributing right with the medicine. Haters don't like me. Heard they wanna fight me. Teflon at your chest. I bet you can't fight these. Mad cause I'm getting dope. Pillsbury ill flow. Niggas love to move slow. You sick of me, don't care though. Yes, I'm a savage. Out for the cabbage. Catch the boy armed up, full metal alchemist. Yes, I'm ill. And yeah, I'm so real. Coward ass niggas coming home without an appeal. Damn, how this getting done. Tell me what's the outcome. Anybody wanna see me? Tell them where the fuck I'm from. Control homes, red rum. Yeah, we get the job done. Out trying to stack chips. Make these haters so sick. If they sick of that, then they really gon' be sick of this. Santa Claus Viper. Haters, Merry Christmas.
Swimming in you. Hey, little mama. Said I'm gonna take a dip in your pool. Just go for a little dive, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah.